So I'm in line at Raising Cane's once again. Figured that this would be a pretty good time to make a YouTube video, seeing as I'm moving at all of less than 1 mile per hour through this line. And what I wanted to shoot to you guys today is I would like you guys to help me pick out a name for a future psychotherapy practice for me. Like, name my business, right? So what brought this on is I actually learned that a different company already exists with the name that I thought that I would choose for my agency if I were to have one, right? And the way that I picked that name was I looked at like my history, as far as my employment history, my experiences, and also the same way I picked the name for this channel, where I wanted alphabetic superiority. I wanted something that started with an A, right? And so I thought about like times in my life that had really turned me around from like, one path into another. And I really feel like my experience with the Army did that for me. Gave me a sense of determination and whatnot. And so I thought about phrases that you hear in the Army that start with the letter A. And the term about face was right there. It's a command that you get when you're marching, and it makes you turn around. And I thought, well, that's perfect, because what I'm wanting to do with therapy is to turn people's lives around, right? Well, as luck would have it, like with a lot of the different ideas that I have in life, somebody already had the idea, right? So they started their own agency. It does things in the realm of counseling. It's not exactly the same thing that I would be doing in the future, but it is a counseling agency called that. So it's not even in the same region as me, I feel. It's like 2-3 hours away from where I would be here in Denver, but I'm not going to go with that name when there's, possibly a confusion between what I would want to be doing and what they're doing. And so that name's out, right? So that's the background to that. I also have an idea for kind of a controversial agency that I'd like to have in the future. And this is based on my years working in detoxes and emergency rooms. This place would be called The Dryer. In my head, that's the name I have for it, The Dryer. And it literally dries people out. It's for the benefit of residential therapies that, like, they have clients show up and they're still in that fog of the drugs. They could stop and go through like a 1-week detox in a detox facility, but they still need like another month or two to just get their head straight before they should be going to a residential therapy, but that doesn't often happen. And then when they get to those residential therapies, they go off on a break, go get some alcohol or drugs, and fail out of the program, right? What I'm wanting to set up is basically a place for people to hang out for, a month or two and get their head straight. Very light therapy, just not like a jail, but have all of the amenities of a jail, plus a day room, plus, maybe more comfortable attire, but basically a jail. A jail that, if you can imagine, like the best first world lowest security jails, and somebody could just say, "Hey, I want out," at any moment, and that would be their ticket out, because nobody can hold you in treatment. That's what I'm envisioning. Just some place where people can opt to put themselves for a month or two, right? And the drier acronym in my head would be something like detox, rehabilitation, intensive, extended recovery, right? And I wouldn't necessarily put those words in cement, but it would have like an acronym that actually spelled out what it was, but it would be after detox and before you go to therapy. So I have that name for something in my head as well. So you guys can see like some of the places that I'm going with this, right? In the future, I would like to have a practice that did general psychotherapy, not so much just focused on addictions, which is a very large part of my experience, or recovery from cults, or estrangement from your religious upbringing, stuff like that. Those are themes that I know that I will run into, probably because I have a lot of experience with those, but more just general psychotherapy practice. So please, in the comments, just help me come up with a name for a practice. And hopefully one of you will give me some more of the muse so I can think up a new name, because somebody took my name before I got there. They're squatting it. Ugh. Talk to y'all later.